What's going on, everybody? Welcome to today's YouTube video. Title and thumbnail good away. We got a full day of eating, and for me, this is right around my maintenance calories. You guys saw the last video. I talked all about the maintenance phase, a diet break, that kind of stuff. And for me right now, before my hernia surgery, I am in maintenance mode, just trying to maintain as much muscle mass as I can in my body weight before surgery. But first off, we've got these pasture-raised eggs. We're having 6 of these eggs. Also, 2,500 calories is the goal of the day, or around that number. Depending on how many steps I get and how active I am, I might eat a little bit above or below that. And then also at least probably 170 grams of protein. It'll typically be a lot higher than that just because I do like my protein, and typically that helps me stay full and satiated. We also have added back in our sourdough bread. Not so you guys can kind of see this. It is Trader Joe's sourdough bread. This I have missed so much on my cut because that was one thing I started to cut out, was like carb sources like potatoes, sweet potatoes, breads, things like that, and left in mostly fruits and vegetables and meat during my cut. And now that we're maintaining, we get some carbs back, specifically the sourdough bread to go with our eggs, because this combination is elite. Without further ado, I'm gonna go ahead. We're gonna put our pan over a nice medium heat. We're gonna throw a little bit of butter down in the pan, cook our 6 eggs, toast our bread, and then I'll show you guys the final product and go over the macros. And just a few minutes later, meal number 1 is done. I almost spilled this the other day, so I'm gonna hold on to the toast. We've got our 2 pieces of sourdough bread and then 3 eggs for 6 total, 3 on each piece. We're also gonna add 2 kiwis. These are just green kiwis, but I will say, I have tried the Sun Gold kiwis. I'll go ahead, I'll leave my final review because I will have one later tonight. The Sun Gold kiwis are highly, highly underrated. I honestly didn't know they existed. I've only ever had green kiwis my entire life. Like when I was younger, that's when my mom would get at the grocery store. So the fact that I've had Sun Gold now, I mean, those things, they taste like cotton candy. And once again, I know that sounds weird, but I'll leave my full review because I'll have that. Basically, it's my like dessert right now. But the macros for this meal right here, meal number 1, breakfast, comes out to be, let's see, 763 calories, 67 grams of carbs, 35 grams of fat, and 46 grams of protein. And one quick note, as much as a fan of eggs that I am, is that how you say that? As much as I am a fan of eggs, maybe that's how you say it, they are not a super, super high protein source. Like if I have a client who says like, oh yeah, I have a high protein breakfast, I have like 2 or 3 eggs, I have to break the bad news of like saying like, that's maybe 15 grams of protein. So unless you are able to have enough calories to eat a lot of whole eggs, I definitely recommend adding another protein source. So basically with them, we went ahead and added turkey bacon, turkey sausage, as well as some Greek yogurt. So it's a way to basically, oh, I'm gonna have 2 eggs, but I'm gonna have some turkey sausage, or sometimes turkey bacon. Both are good high protein options, a little bit leaner than pork sausage or pork bacon, and then Greek yogurt. So that turns let's say a 15 calorie breakfast or a 15 gram of protein breakfast into a potentially 30, 40, or even 50 gram protein breakfast with the Greek yogurt and the addition of turkey sausage and turkey bacon. So unless you're eating a lot of eggs, unfortunately eggs are just not the highest protein per calorie. They are great foods, but unless you're eating, I would say 4+, you're not gonna be getting enough protein if you're only having like 3 meals a day. So adding, as I mentioned, turkey sausage, turkey bacon, Greek yogurts, add a protein shake on the side. Easiest thing, add a bunch of egg whites. So have 2 eggs, add a bunch of egg whites, make an omelet. Egg whites are basically pure protein, and you still get some whole eggs in there. But that is meal number 1. I'll see you guys at meal number 2. Quick update, not a full meal, just a little update on the liquid or the other kind of things I'm putting in my body today. So we first off have had 2 full, these hydro flasks, 2 full hydro flasks, 32 ounces, just refilled this. So going on to my 3rd, I normally have probably 5 or 6 of those a day, well over a gallon of water, and also some coffee. So this is just some black coffee from our apartment coffee maker. This is 16 ounces of black coffee, so no calories, but a little bit of caffeine in there. This is pretty much the only caffeine I have right now. I'm not using any sort of caffeine pre-workout because I can't really do full workouts with my hernia. I'm not really pushing myself too much. So I just have caffeine coming from coffee, probably 100 to 150 milligrams in 60 ounces of coffee, black, so I've got that there. And just a quick update on what I'm consuming liquid-wise, 0 calorie things. And if I was dieting, I highly recommend like diet sodas, Diet Coke, Fresca, things like that as well. But for me right now, just some black coffee. It's now just after 1 o'clock and my body is telling me you gotta move because I've been sitting at that desk for way too long. So we're sneak in a quick push workout. Our coffee is now gone. You guys can see that like pretty much gone, and I know that is perfect timing. Basically, when I fill up that coffee around 11, I normally drink it between like, I don't know, 11, I guess all the way till noon now because I still do some calls, things like that. And I'm gonna have a quick banana. So we got some bananas over here. I'll peel one of those off. One-handed, can I do it? Oh yeah, we got it. So we're gonna have a quick banana, pre-workout carb source, head down to the gym, nothing too exciting. I'm probably gonna do like an incline chest press or incline Smith machine press, maybe a cable fly, and then maybe a shoulder press, probably something super simple, because once again, training with the hernia, it's stable base, it's not pushing very hard, it's just doing enough to maintain some muscle mass. This probably took me 30 minutes, and since this is a full day of eating vlog, I'm not gonna add that in. But like I said, it's only gonna be 3 exercises. I'm probably gonna do, yeah, seated Smith machine incline press, seated machine cable fly, and then a seated overhead dumbbell press. And that's it. Simple as that. Probably take me 30 minutes, but it's a little bit after 1 right now, so I'm gonna go sneak that workout in, come back up. I'll show you guys the post-workout meal, excuse me. And then as far as the banana goes, I track all bananas as medium bananas, around 100 calories, 25 grams of carbs. So that's gonna be having pre-workout. I'll show you guys the post-workout meal. And just like that, we're back from our simple push workout, literally 3 exercises. Once again, with a hernia, can't really push too much, but trust me, we'll get that fixed. Well, I would say get right back to training, but we do have to recover a little bit. But once again, it's a drop in the bucket, health and fitness, it's a marathon, it's not a sprint. But right now we're gonna have our creatine. I personally just dry scoop this and then use the same blender bottle for my protein. So post-workout, we have our creatine, 5 grams every single day. It doesn't matter when you take it. I just happen to usually take it post-workout. That guy right there. Then we're gonna have our protein. There we go. Grass-fed whey protein isolate. So this is a little bit higher protein. Higher protein per calorie. You do pay a little bit more for an isolate as a whole because there's concentrates, which are not as much protein, a little bit more calories. And I find that my body also digests isolate a little bit better, just as far as like the lactose in it. We're gonna do 2 scoops there. Jesus, that's like at the very, very brim. And also we're gonna have an apple, and I'm gonna cut off 1.5 servings of this Parmesan cheese. Not sure if you guys can see the label. Parmesan Reggiano cheese from Trader Joe's, as well as an apple. That's gonna be our post-workout snack. This has been my post-workout snack coming probably on like, I don't know, a long, long time, probably on like 4 or 5 months now, and I love it. I don't know, something about the combination of an apple and cheese is just fantastic. Obviously getting our protein shake in post-workout, it's great, and code Perez saves you 10% on all Transparent Labs products. Once again, I'm a huge fan of their protein. I do 2 scoops every single day, and I also recommend it to pretty much any family and friends that struggle to hit their protein goals. I'm like, get some protein, do 2 scoops a day. It's gonna be 60 grams of protein, and then no excuses after that, right? As long as you have protein in some other form the rest of the day, you're probably gonna at least hit 100 grams, hopefully closer to 150 plus, depending on your goals. Yeah, this meal right here, I haven't cut off the cheese yet, but I'm gonna measure out. A serving and a half is gonna be, let's see, gotta go into our log book. This meal is 464 calories. It is 32 grams of carbs, only 9 grams of fat, and 69 grams of protein. Majority of that protein, obviously from the protein shake. The cheese also has a decent chunk of protein. And of course, the apple, Honey Crisp or nothing. That is, in my opinion, the single greatest apple. People that say Granny Smith, get out of here. Like literally not even close competition. I might say Fuji is like okay if you're in a pinch, but try Honey Crisp and I swear you'll never go back. But that's a post-workout meal. I got quite a bit of work left to do. Hopefully I might be able to sneak home, because honestly with Katie gone right now, I like to try to sneak home because I kind of get bored in the evening. Like my mental capacity, I can only work until like literally if I wake up and start working, let's say by like 8:30-ish, like I can't work past 7 p.m. It's just like my brain, just the output starts to decrease so much. I'm like, it's not worth to try to work till like 8:39 every night, even though I could do that since Katie's gone. So I try to sneak home and either see like my parents, walk Maisie, something like that. So I might try to do that later tonight. And otherwise, I'll keep you guys posted. I do have a lot more work to do, so when you knock that out, maybe run home. If not, I'll see you guys at the final meal regardless, so you guys can get a full day of eating. But that's post-workout meal. See you soon. We are back from a quick little round of golf. Well, not a round. I played 9 holes with my dad. So after our post-workout meal, sat down at the computer, did about 3 more hours of work, ran over the golf course, played 9 holes with my dad, and now we're back for dinner. A little bit later than I like. I try to eat dinner typically around like 6 o'clock, and now it's around 7:10. More so, I notice that I do better when I can eat a meal, go for a little walk, have some digestion before I actually go to bed. It helps me sleep a lot better than trying to go to bed like super full. But once again, an hour, 30 minutes, 40 minutes off my normal time, not a big deal, especially the fact that I was able to play golf with my dad. And he beat me again. which is a bummer because we played, what was it, like last week, and he beat my 1 on 18, the very last hole. He was up 1, I couldn't pull it out. Today we were tied going to hole number 9, and he beat me, and I choked, which is very unfortunate. But I love that it's competitive. We don't give each other handicaps, no strokes, play straight up, which I love. So went and did that. Obviously, I'm never gonna turn that down if I can play with him. So we have our pound of ground beef. I already cooked this actually because I was kind of in a rush. I'm pretty hungry. So we cooked a pound of ground beef. I'll pull out exactly what it is. 90-10 ground beef from Trader Joe's. This is the exact packaging. Oops. Right there, 90-10 ground beef. A pound of 90-10 ground beef is 22 grams of protein per serving, 4 servings. So we got, what is that? 88 grams of protein right there, just within that pound of ground beef. We added 1 avocado in there, and we'll go ahead and mix that up. We also had 2 bell peppers on the side. As you guys can see, we have an orange and a yellow. And then dessert will be a sun gold kiwi, which I'm glad you guys told me to try because I've always been a green kiwi person. But now we have a sun gold kiwi. And like I said, these things, in my opinion, taste like super sweet and a little bit like cotton candy. And I haven't had cotton candy in years, so I could be way, way off on that, and correct me if I'm wrong. If you guys kind of feel the same at all, but I bite into this, I'm like, oh, that's kind of sweet. Oh, that kind of reminds me of like candy. Oh, you know what that is? Cotton candy. And that's what I think. Once again, I haven't had cotton candy in, gosh, probably a decade. I can't even tell you the last time I had it or even thought about cotton candy, but it kind of had that flavor in my opinion. So this is gonna be our final meal. 1 sun gold kiwi, 2 bell peppers, pound of ground beef, as well as an avocado. I'll read off the final macros for this meal. And of course, the calories for the entire day on this full day of eating. So this is a big meal right here. This is gonna be, holy crap, I didn't even realize how big it is. 1,159 calories. It is 40 grams of carbs, 67 grams of fat, and 98 grams of protein. Once again, the biggest amount of calories obviously coming in the ground beef. This is 800 calories worth 1 pound of ground beef. And with 90-10, you could obviously go a little bit fattier, go 80-15, or a little bit leaner. Like 96-4 is my go-to when I'm cutting, but when I'm maintaining, 90-10 is perfect. And typically 90-10 is what I find to be a little bit more of the like grass-fed, grass-finished, and anything leaner than that isn't always. But yeah, that's gonna be our final meal. I'm gonna go ahead and eat this up. Oh, I need the calories for the entire day too. I always forget about that. Let's see. So the entire day calories are 2,491, 166 grams of carbs, 111 grams of fat, and 213 grams of protein. So more than enough protein. Obviously you guys saw 6 eggs, protein shake, cheese, ground beef. So way more protein than I kind of like actually need, but I also like having higher protein because for me, it helps me feel more satiated. But once I do start training again, I'll probably move some of those calories from protein to carbs to fuel my workouts a little bit more. Right now, I'm loving this. Helps me feel full, satiated. I love the eggs and toast in the morning. That is, I might eat that for the rest of my life. Like eggs and toast is just a absolutely elite combo. I used to do eggs and potatoes, but something about the eggs and sourdough bread. If you haven't tried it, please try it. If you need more protein, add a protein shake, some Greek yogurts, maybe some egg whites, and then do egg whites and toast, or eggs, egg whites, and toast, some sort of combination like that. But yeah, that's gonna be a full day of eating. Any questions, let me know. But yeah, without further ado, make sure to like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Oh, also, this shirt, pretty cool, highlighting another barbell shirt. So this is just the meats polo. This is a performance polo. You can see like some steak, some ham, some bacon. It's a pretty cool shirt. My parents even complimented on it before I even like talked about it. They're like, oh, that's a cool shirt. I was like, well, yeah, it's funny enough. You got a bunch of meats on it, just the meats. Barbell apparel, link down below in the description to shop. You got some awesome golf polos, some cool different designs, things like that. I need to get them on a dog design. I think if they had like a breed polo, or basically a polo with a bunch of different breeds on it, or one single breed, I think it'd be really cool, like a cream or like a light yellow with like golden retrievers or yellow labs or something on there. I think that'd be a sick polo. I know I would wear the heck out of it, and I'm sure Maisie would be proud of her brother wearing that as well. But yeah, without further ado, I'll end things here. I think I said, yeah, like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.